Welcome back by a new video on my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today I want to show you guys how to not act when you ever lose. So I think you all remember KSI in the fight he had with Tommy Fury many months ago. I don't know exactly how long ago, but it feels like a half year or something. And I covered the entire fight between Thnx and Logan Paul and didn't cover the KSI fight. But KSI basically lost against Tommy Fury. A lot of people were saying that it actually was the opposite, and you know, KSI should have won the fight. I honestly don't know. I'm not a boxing expert, so I won't say anything about that. But basically KSI is still pissed about this entire situation. He's still butthurt, and this is really going pretty insane. And if you even look at the comment section, people are turning on KSI, the fans are turning on him. This is one comment: I always respected the hard work KSI puts into everything he does. He definitely deserves everything that he has earned, but this is just toxic. At the age of 30, he has already achieved more than most of us will in our entire lives. That is respectable, but being this toxic to Tommy and telling his audience to harass him over a boxing match is way too much. His young audience is impressionable, and KSI's inability to show strength and humanity in a loss is a bad look. So you'd be thinking by yourself, what did KSI do in this video to piss off his own fans and to make people write messages like that? Well, he started basically crying and, you know, complaining about the fight, how it's not fair, and he was basically even asking his fans to harass Tommy Fury, which is honestly the worst thing you can do. Even if the decision wasn't fair, you never should be reacting this way, because this definitely would make people lose respect for you. This is just something you definitely should not do after losing something, and people are probably gonna say the decision wasn't fair and he should have won, and you know, he's just being pissed off, he worked his ass off. I understand that, but this is not good for his own sake. He's turning people against him because this is just really disrespectful. If he would have said, you know, I don't agree with the decision, but I respect Tommy Fury and I'm just gonna stop talking about it and let it go, people would respect him much more, and that would actually show sportsmanship and all that good stuff. But instead of that, he's still crying about the situation. Let's take a look at it.
It sucked. As soon as I got back home, you know, I was angry, disappointed, and eventually I just broke down and started crying. It wasn't fair. Life isn't fair.
He's saying right now, it took people the wrong way as well, saying life isn't fair, while he obviously being a millionaire and rich as hell and a successful YouTuber. Obviously people started criticizing him over that and saying, you know, life is being pretty fair to you because you're really rich and all that stuff. It's, I kind of agree with on some point, because obviously you should be saying life isn't fair when you're being broke and all destroyed and stuff like that. But when you're someone like KSI, it definitely sounds a little weird, doesn't it?
You know, am I right? I look back at the fight and I tried to find any highlights, any showing of Tommy Fury beating me in that fight, and there was just hardly any. And it's crazy because so many people felt like I won the fight.
That is true. There were a lot of people actually saying that KSI won the fight after the fight itself, but there were a lot of people actually saying the opposite as well. I'm not a boxing expert, so I'm not going to say anything about that, but obviously there were a lot of different opinions about this. If you remember all the tweets, a lot of fans, especially from KSI, were saying that KSI won the fight easily. A lot of people that were more neutral were saying it was really close. I honestly think the people that are more neutral are the ones you probably should be trusting more in this situation. Obviously, if you're a KSI fan, you want KSI to be winning that fight.
I'd won the fight.
Like in the fight, just looking at it as a fight, I thought KSI won.
Rob's a tough one. I think it could have been a draw.
Yeah.
Or he won by point because of the deduction.
Now he's basically showing compilation of people that said he won the fight, which just doesn't make him look good at all. He just needs to let go. He's still so pissed and butthurt about the situation. If he would look at the situation from like more neutral point, he would see that he is now acting like an ass, and that even his own fans are kinda turning against him, which is a pretty rare thing, because I never seen like a KSI controversial before. At least least I wasn't familiar with it, so it's kinda rare that his own fan base is kinda turning against him, especially in the comment section. Every single comment I saw in the comment section under that video was negative and actually calling him out and saying that he was acting really immature and it was harassing Tommy.
A loser. It just made no sense. So it took me a while to process, you know, all of that. Yes, I was still doing Sidemen videos after the fight. I was still doing Prime stuff after the fight.
The way he is acting and saying that he's still mentally processing the entire fight is just such an overreaction in my opinion. He's acting like he had some type of trauma.
After the Tommy Fury fight, yeah, I feel like I've come out better. Way better than he has. Like, I would much rather be in my position than his. I mean, it's nice to know that.
I don't agree, KSI. Maybe before you made this video, but now you're looking worse than Tommy. You're acting so butthurt and still so hurt about this entire situation. Man, just let go. You're a millionaire. I just don't understand why you're acting this way. Are you that butthurt because you lost the fight? Come on. Everyone in the comment section is legit going after him, which just says enough, doesn't it? Because I don't think KSI has ever received hate like this before, at least not that I'm aware of. I haven't followed KSI in a couple of years. I rewatched his videos like 5-6 years ago, especially when he was like doing FIFA, but nowadays I don't really keep up with like the bigger YouTubers like PewDiePie, KSI.
Also, the fact that Tommy Fury was unable to knock out a YouTuber that has been boxing for about 3 years is actually hilarious. Tommy.
That is definitely a fair point, because Tommy has been boxing since a really early age, and obviously KSI hasn't been boxing for such a long time. He's a YouTube boxing type of person. He has been boxing since a couple of years. Obviously Tommy comes from a boxing family, has been boxing from a really young age, has more experience, has, you know, boxing people in the family. So you definitely on paper would expect Tommy to be winning from KSI, but it became pretty close. But KSI should have just left the fight behind and honestly move on with his life, but he is still so butthurt about the situation, which just doesn't give him a good look at all.
Tommy Fury has been pretty embarrassing these past few weeks. From him being with Chris Brown, having zero rhythm, looking hella awkward, to him attempting to dance with Tion Wayne, to whatever this clip is, all while Molly May is looking after his kid at home.
Maybe I was the only one when I watched this, but when I was watching this, I was thinking myself, this looks a lot like a jealous ex that is looking at the footage of a boyfriend and what the boyfriend is doing nowadays. So basically KSI is going after Tommy's personal life in this moment, which is just the other thing you should just not do. KSI, just let go, my man. Just stop it. You're just making yourself look so butthurt, my man.
Quite frankly, he says a lot about your legacy. So yeah, let's keep reminding Tommy that he didn't win that fight under his Instagram posts or Twitter posts or anything he posts online. And if you see him publicly, you could berate him as well.
KSI is saying right now and saying that his fans should keep reminding Tommy about the fight is, I don't know, dangerous, because it definitely can be seen as like promoting harassment. I don't know if YouTube is really fine with this. Obviously he's like a big creator, so he probably would be fine and not getting in any trouble, but I definitely understand the people that say this is harassment, because he's basically saying to his fans, just keep reminding Tommy about the fight, which I just don't think is really a good thing, especially knowing that the KSI fan base is probably gonna be really young. This honestly reminds me when it was this dude, I don't know what he was called again, Nick is not green, I think so. He was still doing the same thing, and he was saying reports Nico on YouTube, and he was asking all his fans to report the person. I don't think that's a good thing at all, like doing that to your fans. But having said all of that, what are your thoughts about this entire KSI situation? Leave it in the comment section, press the like button, and I will see you all next video.